it was a bill that was put forth by some of our legislators about the possibility of having the North Carolina Rate Commission, Utilities Commission, establish rates for Rocky Mount. The problem is if you have a rate case, at any given time, it costs you $400,000 or $500,000 to have an attorney to present that rate case. Secondly, if we're doing any recruiting at all for businesses, then we don't have a lot of say-so on the utilities at that point in time. So I think since that point in time, some of our legislators have re-looked at this issue and probably are taking a different direction on it at this time. But because of our situation, it does make it a little bit different, and that's why we opposed it. And I'll let Councilmember Knight and or Manager Penny address that as well.
Okay, do you not think that would help us in any way?
It would increase our rates.
Okay, say for instance, if it didn't cost us $500,000, it still wouldn't help us? You're saying it would increase rates. Why would they want to do it if it's just going to hurt us like that?
Anytime you add a layer of regulation, it costs you money because somebody's got to provide the regulation. So somebody's got to oversee it, somebody's got to regulate it. So what happens is you have more people involved in the process, which means there's more cost involved.
It wasn't a well thought out bill that was submitted.
So just on still, it just seems to me that we're still having a problem with the utilities, with the rates. It just seems like, it's just to me, my opinion, but it seems like something's just not right. We had a little meeting Saturday, and the young man that had gotten $49,000 light bill, he was there. And although we know that was a, error. But at the same time, make you think that, that was an error. We got a lot of other errors. So it concerns me that, that maybe one of the goals we should have is looking for somebody to help look into this thing, and just make sure that, I'm just not really understanding.
Let me just say this, we're working on the utilities as hard as anything that we've ever addressed. Councilmember Knight has been actively involved at the Eastern Power Agency. He and myself and Manager Penny were at a meeting with all 32 of the Eastern North Carolina mayors involved in our utility organization last week, addressing issues about the merger of Progress Energy and Duke Power, and trying to find ways that we can leverage our position to help our rates. And so this is an issue that we spent so much time on it. If there was something that we could do that was an easy solution, we would have done it a long time ago. But it is a very, very complicated issue. And there's some parts of this we don't have a lot of room to move. So we are working on it, trying to do something right now, but it's not going to be anything. I think the idea that if you've got a $500 utility bill and we're going to be able to get it to $250 probably won't happen. But if we got a $500 utility bill, if we can find ways to even to save you 10 or 15%, we want to work on that. And so some of those issues we're working on very diligently right now. But part of it will depend on what happens with the merger of Duke Energy and Progress Energy, because we actually have an ownership in part of Progress Energy's power plants. And so we are working on it, and all the council members are aware of that. And not every member of the public knows everything the city is doing at every moment. And so when you come to us, you just don't know all the things that we're involved in doing on a daily and monthly basis to try to resolve this issue.
Right. I want to let you know I'm aware of that, but at the same time, I'm not talking about $500 light bill going down to $250
Sure.
by any means.
Right.
But at the same time, at the end of the day, I'm still dealing with these astronomical light bills. So I just want to know what's going on in the head. If you're making any headway, or
Right.
Okay, about this merger. When is that supposed to be? Have you not been when that's supposed to take place?
Mr. Mayor.
Councilmember Knight.
If you would get with me after the council meeting, I'll be glad to explain it to you. Also, I'm publicly inviting you to the Board of Commissioners meeting. I think we meet April the 27th. It's on Wednesday at 10 a.m. In Wilson, at the Wilson Operations Center, where you can hear the dialogue and perhaps speak to that board as well. Also, if you would, after this meeting, we're going into a closed session, where we're gonna be deliberating about some things dealing with this merger. So I encourage you to hang around until we come back into open session, and it may further help you understand where this council sits and how we plan to move forward with this. And the last thing, I think this council, Rocky Mount, has led the revolution in lowering rates and making an impact in this whole system. And I think Kinston, Newbern, Elizabeth City has followed our lead, and we plan to further discuss that. So I'll welcome if you would just come back when we come back into open session. And also, please attend a meeting with me Wednesday if you can, April the 27th, I believe, at 10 a.m. in Wilson.
April 27th.
I think it's April the 27th. But I give you my number and you can get with me.
Sounds good.
Mr. Mayor, I have
Yes,
just a
Councilman.
general appeal, and if anyone has a plan or an idea of how to solve the issue, we're more than happy to entertain any suggestion, recommendation, or brilliant revelation you have to help us move forward on how to fix this. We're doing everything we know how to do with the resources that we have, with the context that we have, and with the passion that we brought to the issue. So, any recommendations about solutions, we're more than happy to entertain one-on-one or as a group.
Ma'am, you want to?
Any other petitions from the public? Yes, sir, Mr. Turner.
Mr. Mayor, you all excuse me, I believe this is, related to the paving. The intersection of Goldie and Man. At the intersection of Goldie and Man, the manhole covers have been raised for the last 4 years. And they're still raising no payment. I went down there 2 weeks ago when they were taking up the pavement, taking up the base in front of Belly's Drop. Now, if Mr. Penny, if you just ask them to throw a few shovels full of asphalt over those covers, they right there at it. You know, they're less than 5 feet from them. I went down there and looked. You know, don't go down the street either side. Just throw some concrete over those manhole covers. People are knocking their cars out of line and stuff, and it's been there 4 years.
We'll look at that, Mr. Turner. Any other petitions from the public? If not, our public petition portion is closed. Yes. Yeah, typically we'll let you come up one time, so if it's something real quick.
Oh, well, somebody else should speak.
Yes, if you're gonna come up and speak.
We just want to know if you can donate some water to the programs that we're going to have for the week for the children in the park.
We'll check into it. We don't stock this on a regular basis, so whether we have any or not, I don't know. But somebody will check on it for you. Get in touch with,
You can go to Facebook, it's Spring Break, What's Happening, and it has everything listed that's going on in the Rocky Mount area for spring break.
Do you have their contact information?
It's on Facebook, yeah.
Contact information.
if there are no other petitions from the public, that portion of our meeting is closed, and we'll move on to item number 6. Item number 6 is a consent agenda. Item A is consideration of approval of the following request. Item 1 is from Bobby Williams, Friends of the Arts Center. This is to serve and sell beer and wine at the Downtown Live Music Series 2011 in the courtyard of the Imperial Center, and the dates are in the book and on the agendas that were handed out. Item B is consideration of adoption of the following project ordinance. It's a project ordinance number 1 for the redevelopment of the J Group. Establishes accounts for receipt and expenditures of the Rural Center grant funds and Carolinas Gateway Partnership contribution. And item C is a consideration of adoption of the following fiscal year 2010-2011 budget ordinance amendment. And it adjusts the accounts to fund the lease financing projects. The recommended action is to approve the consent agenda inclusive of the ordinances.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Councilmember Wiggins, seconded by Councilmember Blackwell. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. The consent agenda is approved. Item number 7 is a consideration of the minutes and recommendations from the planning board meeting held March 8, 2011. Item A is a public hearing relative to the following land development code amendments, and they are recommended for approval and found in compliance with the comprehensive plan by the planning board. Item 1, there is an amendment to chapter 8, which deals with stormwater management, specifically soil erosion and sedimentation control. The recommended action is to adopt the ordinance amending the land development code and map. Do I hear a motion?